Hi there, my name is Abigail Morrison, and I am here today to speak with you about FERPA on behalf of the Great Bend School District. To start us off, you may know about FERPA, you may not. So first let's hit on what is it. So this is the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, and FERPA is a federal law that protects the confidentiality of our student records. FERPA is administered by the Family Policy Compliance Office, or FPCO, in the Department of Education. And FERPA overall prohibits the release of educational records without the consent of parents or eligible students. So now we know a little bit about what FERPA is. Now let's go ahead and look at who does it pertain to. So FERPA pertains to the schools that receive any type of federal funding for any program. Also, it pertains to the vendors that work and share data with the schools. Now we're going to look at who FERPA protects. So FERPA protects all of our students, the students that have graduated and then the students that are currently in our building. It also protects the students' families, their parents, and the staff. So earlier I said our educational records. Now you might just think this is basic information, but the educational records are records that are directly related to a student that are maintained by an educational agency. So this is information such as the grade point average, the disciplinary records, the student progress reports, their student grades, and immunizations and health records, or academic or physical testing. Those are the records that are protected by FERPA. So now we have to look at what information is not protected by FERPA. Now, there is a directory information that is put together, but in order for that information to be put in there, there must be public notice of the information being utilized. So some of that information that is not protected is the student's name, their address, their telephone number, date of birth, their major field of study, enrollment status, weight and height of athletic team participants, email addresses, place of birth, their photograph, or even their grade level. So that is information that is not protected by FERPA. And then we just discussed what information is protected. So with that being said, now we need to look at what sharing data. So in order to share data, permission is needed before any information is shared or is able to be shared. Schools are not allowed to share identifiable information and data with third parties. The only exception here is legal documents that provide confidential information. Schools are liable and responsible for what third parties do with the student information once they are obtained. And then in the state of an emergency, such as a school shooting or an epidemic, schools may release that information to law enforcement. That is where some of the more confidential information about our students can be released only in a state of an emergency. So now that we know how to share the data, now let's look at how the destruction of it or the getting rid of it. So this is the process of removing student information in a way that renders it unreadable or irretrievable. So there's two different types here. You have your paper records, excuse me, and your digital records. So digitally, this is becoming harder and harder to completely destroy. With encrypted files and emails, it is becoming a multi-step process to eliminate some of this data. And then, excuse me, I am so sorry. When it comes to this, you need to talk to tech support about proper deletion of the materials and allow them to walk you through it so we know that it is deleted. We cannot retrieve any of those records again. And then also when it comes to the third-party agencies, they also need to know the proper deletion methods once the information is no longer being utilized or needed. And then we look at the paper records. You have your papers, your CDs, and your IDs, and they require cross-cutting shredding I know within our building, we often put that information that needs to be shredded with papers. We put it in a box in the office, located in our principal's office, and he will take that box and have it shipped to our district office for proper shedding and elimination of those confidential records of the students or any information that involves some of the students, some of the student information on paper, such as IEPs. That is how we make sure that those papers are getting erased or deleted properly. So now let's look at cameras and school safety. Images of students captured on surveillance recordings qualify as educational records due to being directly related to a student. So images or videos that are protected by FERPA, whether the video is being utilized for disciplinary action regarding the student, including the victim as well, that'll be protected. Whether the video depicts an activity that would reasonably result in disciplinary action, shows a student violating the law, or showing a student getting injured. Whether the school intends to make a specific student the focus of a recording, or whether the video pertains personal identifiable information from a student's educational record. That would all be protected by FERPA. So now we also have to look at the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. And with this, the school resource officers are not required to report undocumented students. ICE is permitted access to student records in order to monitor the stay of international students. There is no general exemption to FERPA that grants ICE agents access to student information. Excuse me, I am so sorry. Unless the student has overstayed his or her visa. And then FERPA permits schools districts to disclose student information if in compliance with a judicial order or lawfully issued subpoena, in connection with a health or safety emergency, in connection of student engaged in a crime of violence or sexual offense. So us as Panthers, we need to ensure we are being FERPA safe the entire time. We need to make sure we are protecting our students at all times, and we are keeping that confidential information to ourselves. So USD does fall and complies with FERPA. It ensures all employees are aware of FERPA and the duty to comply. This is saying that we know what will happen if we do not. We know the consequences. The loss of funding could happen. Ensure we know the rights, protections, and exceptions. Ensure that our third-party vendors comply with FERPA as well. And then one big thing is the yearly training for all employees, right? The rights and requirements that go along with it. And then implement complaint policies and procedures. This is where the shredding of old papers, the data breach plan, and then prohibiting emailing of private information. Encrypting all files and all emails that we know that we are the only ones that can access those. And then prevention tools in place to ensure compliance of FERPA as well. And then here are my references. Thank you for listening.